What up, YouTube? Welcome to Between Two Beards. I'm Justin, aka Dub.
I'm Ryan.
And today we are doing a review, a full review, on the new Smaont Charon. Charon? Charon.
I've heard it 100 different ways. Don't know, don't
it's
care.
It's supposed to be a Greek mythology thing, so I'm going with Charon.
We know this has been out for a little bit. Don't care. It's a great mod. It's pretty. I have the copper version here, but we're gonna dive down, unbox it really quick, and then we'll come back in and talk about it. So we'll be right back. All right, guys. Here's a quick up close and unboxing of the Charon. I don't care. TC218 from Smaont. Got a really nice box here. I like this packaging. It's nice to look at, just like the mod. You've got, upgradable, gives you all your modes, two 18650s, all that crap on the back, and then nothing but a barcode there. And then here is your list of color options. So you got stainless steel, copper, golden, full black, and then all these ridiculous looking things that they have right there. Anyway, and then yeah, we'll go ahead and open this guy up. And then right here, you've got your user manual, your battery safety tip card, which I love that so many mods are putting these in the box now, telling you, hey, if your batteries don't look perfect, don't use them, rewrap them. And then you've got a little warranty, service warranty card thing here you can fill out and send back. And then obviously your mod's sitting right there. And then there's a micro USB cable in here for charging and upgrading. We all have 68,000 of those things now. So anyway, here's the mod itself. This thing is absolutely stunning in this copper color. It took me a while to get one of these because I could not find the copper color. Everybody had the black and the other colors, and nobody had the copper. So I went ahead and I finally found one and went ahead and bought it. This is a C-frame mod, so you do have the battery door similar to like the Minikin and the Therion and some other mods like that. The battery door is held on with magnets on the back here, and it snaps into place really nice. The magnets could be a little bit stronger, honestly, but it stays on there pretty nice. I'm not going to be able to show it on camera, but you'd have to feel it in your hand. If you squeeze a little bit, there's a little bit of movement there, but that's kind of a minor thing. But anyway, the battery sled is, pull these out real quick, is very well labeled. You got your minus, positive, very easy to read in there. Throw these back in. Yep, I'm putting them in upside down. There we go. Slide this back on. You have a really nice beefy 510 up at the top. That's a I mean, attention to detail. Even the 510 connection is pretty to look at. That is a spring-loaded 510. And then I've got the Dead Rabbit from Hell Vape and Heathen on here, and that's a 24mm RDA, and you can see there's absolutely no overhang. Could probably go to 25mm with minimal overhang, but a 24 fits on there absolutely perfectly. You've got some battery venting there at the top and at the bottom, and then you have these. Now on the Battlestar, I think these were more functional than just aesthetics, because there was nothing in there. It was just a wide open hole. But in here, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch this. There a little bit. There's actually a little screw, like a perforated screen in each of those, which I like because that'll keep juice from getting down in there. And then you've got that same thing on the other side, and on the bottom it just says Smaont and a couple things there. Real quick, it's 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. Splash screen there. Nice bright display, super easy. These are the type of display. I like the big, pretty, colorful displays, but I love these super simple, easy to read. You've got your battery readout there, the modes are in there, there's my wattage, there's my resistance, and then there's my applied voltage. Super easy. You can't get any better than that. Big, beautiful, clicky fire button. Nice click to it. You got your down button, your up button, has the same type of click to them. 4 clicks get you into the menu system. Actually, it's 3 clicks. 3 clicks get you into your menu system, and then you've got variable wattage, nickel, titanium, stainless steel, I believe that's nichrome. It just says NC mode. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's nichrome. And then you've got your TCR, and then you have a curve mode for temperature control and a curve mode for variable wattage. I haven't messed with either one of those. because I just use straight wattage mode. But if you're in temp control, you've got, obviously you can control your temperature there, and then if you hold the up and the fire button, you can change your wattage. Then we'll go back up to wattage mode, and then if you're in any mode, you can hold the up and down buttons together, and then that will lock the up and down buttons, but it will still fire. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a nice, short, simple, to the point, but just look at that beautiful, beautiful finish. But we're gonna hop back out and talk about this for a few minutes, and we'll be right back.
Alright guys, that was the up close of the Smaont Charon, and basically, guys, we have a couple of differentiating opinions on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple things we absolutely do agree with is the, we'll just do cons first.
You want to do cons first?
Just
Go ahead.
cons first.
Yeah, what's your cons?
Battery life sucks.
Absolutely.
It's not the worst. It probably is one of the worst I've used.
It's on the level of the Banshee, which you guys haven't checked that out. Check out that video.
Yeah, it's one of those mods where if I'm vaping it at like 50 watts, I can get maybe 7.5, 8 hours out of it.
Yeah, I vaped it straight for a week, about 44 to about 48 watts. Yeah. And the best I could do was about 9.
Yeah, so, if I put my Kylan on here, which I have fused Claptons in, I think, and I rock it at like 70 watts, I can get like 5.5 hours.
Dripping, fucking forget about it.
I've got the Dead Rabbit on here right now at 0.11 ohms at 100 watts. And about 4, maybe 4.5 hours. So,
however, there's no drop off.
There's no drop off. It'll fire until it just can't fire anymore.
And it's powerful.
I was gonna say one thing about this mod is 100 watts on this mod is what 110 watts is on some of the other mods I have. So it's a powerful chip. Like, I don't know if that means it's inaccurate or what it means, yeah. But it definitely hits a little bit harder than some of the other mods I have.
It's the same chip as the Battlestar, which we reviewed earlier this year, guys, and we basically told you on that video. I can't say much about it. It's a good mod. It's a mod. The battery life on it is not going to be on the level of like the Minikin Boost or even the Alien for that matter.
That's where my cons end though. I love this mod. Battery life aside, which is rare for me to say. Normally battery life is a definite like deciding factor on whether or not I'm going to use a mod. I haven't put this down except for the week that he took it to test it out. I haven't put this down since I got it. The feel in the hand is wonderful. It's the C-frame type mod like the Minikin or anything. It's a little bit narrower this way than the Minikin, but it's a little bit taller, and it fits in the hand really well. One thing I was super nervous about was the leather pad on the handle, the grip. If you watched our Evic Primo video, you understand why I was nervous about this, because I had an issue with the glue on the back of this heating up. This is on the Primo now. Heating up and releasing this horrific smell and taste into whatever I was vaping. This mod has not done that at all. I've had this for 3 weeks now. I used it for...
maybe even a month.
Maybe a month. I used it for 2 weeks solid with nothing else. He took it with him for a week and a half, for 2 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks, yeah.
And used nothing else. And we've had no issues. Now, the pad did smell like, you know, fake leather, like vinyl. When I first got it out of the box, it was actually kind of strong, but it never made its way up into anything I was vaping. After 3-4 days of using it and just having it in my hand, that smell completely went away. Like, it smells like nothing now, which is a good thing. To me, in the hand, this mod feels like a nice piece of jewelry. It just has that kind of quality feel to it. I love this thing. I wish the battery life was a little bit better, but other than that, I can't stop using this. I wish they would have gone with a little bit nicer feeling grip than the fake leather.
You're going to pour into my cons now.
Yeah, well, so, I'll let him go over his list.
Guys.
But
so like I said, I had because there are some things we agree upon on this. Right. I had this mod in my possession for right at almost 2 weeks, and I used nothing else. It was my go-to mod the whole time to give it a thorough test. So my assessment of it was, first and foremost, it is very pretty.
Beautiful.
Very pretty. And like you said, it reminds me of like a very nice quality watch.
Yeah.
It's got weight to it, but not that it feels like a brick, but it's got weight to let you know that this is not a fucking piece of plastic made in China.
Right.
This has really got a nice feel in the hand. Now, having said that, one of my cons on this thing was, as the leather pad doesn't really bother me a whole lot, because of how pretty and how nice this copper finish is. I'd like to see something wrapped around this that is a little bit more, what's the right way to put this? A little bit more representative of the rest of the mod. I'd like to, maybe not so much like a tan leather pad, but just something a little, something like a bomber jacket feel like pad or something. It's
no secret that I think they were going after like the Lost Vape Therion type DNA, 75 mods with this, as far as the overall look goes, because it looks very similar to those. I wish they would have stepped up the pad, because those have very nice, like cushy leather pads on them. So anyway.
Once again, obviously the same company that built the Battlestar, so one of the big issues that I have with the Battlestar, the ports on the Battlestar were wide open, and it had direct access into the board of the mod, and I'm like, well, what's to prevent juice getting in there and then fucking up the whole operation? This, they'll give them credit, and I think we showed it on the up close. It has very, very light mesh screening in there, to where, if nothing else, I think that will help catch dust and other particulates in the air from getting right onto your computer board. So that, I'm really happy with the quality of that. Another issue I had was the battery door. They went with the original like osmosis kind of style friction fit. There are magnets on here, but they're not super powerful to the point of where I thought they should be.
See, one issue I had with it when I first got it was the battery door felt a little like, I don't know how to say it, you could squeeze it and it would creak a little bit. I have found out, because it's reversible, it doesn't matter which way it goes on. If you reverse it the other way, it doesn't do that.
Yeah,
that's weird to me. I mean, it should be the same.
Like I said, guys, this is good. It's not like it's gonna come right off. It's just the fact that when you're comparing this to like the new Reborn, that just it's not coming off unless you want it to. Just would have liked to have seen a little stronger magnets being used on this. You really like the way the batteries sat in the tray. They're not bad. I mean, I'd almost would have liked to have seen a go-through style similar to the Osmosis.
I disagree. I think that makes the batteries feel a lot more secure inside that, to where I don't have to worry about. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Overall, for me, guys, this is a solid mod. I am nitpicking the absolute fuck out of this because, once again, like the battle, it's a mod. There's nothing super fancy with it. It's not like it's got 50,000 menu systems. If you put in the right code, it'll blow you. You know what I mean? It's,
the menu's definitely very easy to navigate.
It is.
Again, as we have said, we're beating a dead horse. We don't use temp control. We both just use wattage mode, so most mods are easy enough.
We've gotten a few questions for why we don't dabble in temp control.
I tried and I hated it.
I've used temp control. It's not like we don't know how to use temp control, but just anytime I've ever used temp control, the vape has been, for lack of a better word, shit, ass, piss.
I tried,
it just sucked.
I've tried nickel, I've tried stainless steel, and I just didn't like the way that it vapes. That's kind of the way.
I think most vapors that I've talked to, the only vapors that I've ever talked to, they're like, oh man, temp control's the way to go, are just guys that are jumping into the dick measuring contest almost. I don't know. Like, if you're getting that good of a vape audit, good for you. Good for you.
That's awesome. Teach me what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I can't get a good.
I've been able to. I've done temp control in several mods, and each time it's just been a colossal letdown. It's kind of like it's kind of like the first time you get laid. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, this is gonna be amazing, and it's like, oh fuck, where am I gonna get new sheets?
So excited, and you're just like, oh, that was it.
That was it. You know, it's like I could have got the same sensation washing myself. You know.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't like the Battlestar at all. I didn't like the shape. I didn't like the size. The board didn't bother me, but I didn't like the Battlestar. This, when I saw this, again, I know this has been out for a while now, but when I saw this, I was like, oh man, that looks like what I think Joytech was going after with the Primo. Just a nice looking, nice solid mod, and this one delivers where that one just
And like I
said,
short. Guys, I can't bitch about the quality on the Battlestar was amazing.
Right. It wasn't a quality issue.
Smaont builds a quality mod. The only problem that I have with them so far is that I think their chip needs work to make sure that the battery life. Right. Now, a lot of people will sit there and say like, "Well, I don't give a fuck about battery life." Then you're good. Fine. Then you're good. However, me on the road, there was a day I was working. I worked almost a full 14 hours. I changed the batteries twice.
Right.
I don't like that. I mean, it's not that I'm incapable of doing that, but that means I got to take like 4 sets of batteries with me on the road.
That's the one downfall for me. That's the biggest con.
Yeah, the battery life on it is impressively bad.
It took me a while to find the copper one. Everybody that has these online has the black one and the other color.
And I'll be honest, I don't think I'd ever own this in any other color.
Yeah, the copper is gorgeous.
Nice. That brushed finish. Not to mention, that's another thing to go with the quality of this mod. This thing was rattling around in my glove, in my cup holder all week and everything. Very, very little scuffing on the bottom, if any.
There's not. There's a little scuffing on the bottom. Other than that, there's.
But like I said, guys, the finish held up great. Like I said, I would have liked to have seen them use something a little fancier with the leather pad. But overall,
super subjective.
Yeah,
I agree, but it's super subjective.
It's subjective, guys. I can't not recommend the mod to somebody. Like I said, it's got great quality. All the buttons are nice and clicky. Everything feels good.
That's my other big pro. I love this fire button. It's raised, which I thought would bug me, but it doesn't. It's super easy to find. If you're driving down the road and you just grab for it, you know right where the fire button's at without having to look for it. I would absolutely recommend this mod all day long for somebody that doesn't care about the battery life.
You need a fancy mod.
Yeah, it's kind of a fancy mod, you know. It's
Billy Mays here. If you need a fancy mod, right here you go.
Smaont Battlestar definitely will do it for you.
You mean Charon?
I'm sorry, the Charon. Yeah, what am I thinking?
Yeah, but yeah, guys, it's a mod. It's a mod, but you know what? If you want something that will, and that's the other nice thing about this mod. It has an upscale look, an upscale feel to it, but it has low tier pricing for the most part.
I think these go online anywhere from 50 to 70 bucks, I think, somewhere in that area. They have like these editions that have these god awful like wolves howling at moons and dragons and shit handles. Those are a little more expensive, I think, but I picked this up on breezy.com. I believe, for 49 bucks.
By default.
And yeah, I absolutely... Yeah, it's kind of funny the way I ended up with this. I bought a...
All I heard for a month was, I need to buy a Smaont Charon. I need that mod.
I ended up buying a Stigeli Chaos because I found one in white finally that wasn't 65 bucks. And nothing against that mod because that mod was great. I got a bad one. It took a shit after a week. And I emailed Breezy, and we have no affiliation with them, but I will continue to buy from them because they took care of me. I emailed them and said, hey, this mod took a shit. They were like, no problem. Here's the return label. Send it back. We'll send you either the mod, we'll replace it, or we'll give you credit to where you can get anything you want. And I was like, damn it, that Charon is awfully pretty. So I went ahead.
Well, they didn't have that color in stock.
They didn't have the color of the Chaos I wanted in stock. So I was like, damn it, that Charon is absolutely beautiful. I need to own it, and I'm super happy I did. Easy answer for me. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. I wish the battery life was better, but I have been able to put that, kind of to the side because I love everything else about this mod.
For me, I did not purchase one.
Yeah, this is mine.
After I used it for a week and a half. And I was basically I was teetering, because I'm like, would I buy this mod? Would I buy this mod?
Right.
Would J motherfucking Dub buy this mod? And I was like, you know what? No, I would not buy it. Not because I wouldn't like to have one, but it's just not. It's just not something that I'm gonna seek out because I've got so many other mods in my list right now that I'd like to pick up, and it's just like I said. Not that I wouldn't approve of it. If you're like, yeah, Dub, I'm thinking about getting a Charon. What do you think? I'm like, dude,
go for it.
Do you care about battery life?
Right.
Well, not really. Then fucking buy one, man. Fucking buy it. Buy it in copper. It's a beautiful mod. One of the most beautiful mods we've probably had on the show so far this year.
I know for a fact that the up close didn't do justice as far as the camera picking up just how pretty this thing is, but
the color is interesting because it's not like a shiny penny.
No, it's like an aged penny, kind of a burnt, kind of bronzy copper.
It has like an antique copper look.
Other thing I want to mention, because I know a lot of copper mods, you know, they'll patina and they make your hands smell weird and all that kind of shit. I don't believe this is actually copper, first and foremost. It's just a paint job that they were able to master, and it does have a clear coat on it. So there's no actual patining that's going to happen or anything like that. So just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, like I said, I'm myself not going to purchase one, but I wouldn't recommend anybody who's actually wanting one to not purchase one. There's no reason to not purchase one unless battery life is really super important to you.
I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 because of the battery life. If it had, like, if I could hit, you know, vaping a sub-ohm tank at work, if I could hit that 10, 11 hours, this would get a 5 out of 5. I can't do a 63 out of 63 or whatever.
I gotta go 10 star here. I'm gonna give it a 7. And the reason I'm giving it a 7 and not a full-on 10 is A, battery life, B, I'd like to see something else in place of the leather pad to match the rest of the quality of the mod, and B, it's just something, it's a mod, guys. Like I said, it's a very simplistic mod.
It's an easy mod.
It's an easy mod to navigate. I mean, there's nothing life-altering about it. It's just, it's a mod. So, it gets a pass for me. Nothing about it, quality-wise or functionality-wise, that I can say, oh, don't get this because this fucking fuck.
This thing has been solid. It works. It always works.
Like I said, guys, I think that's going to do it for us on this episode. So,
major pass from me, from him.
Pass! Yeah. I'm giving it a pass. It's just the fact that I'm not rushing out to the vape shop to purchase one. But, you know what? Tell us your thoughts if you've had one or not. Leave a comment below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Keep sharing, keep subscribing. We're getting all kinds of new subscribers and everything.
Thank you.
And we
very
love
much
it. We appreciate it, guys. It makes us want to keep doing this.
Right.
Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at InBetween2Beards. And if you want to drop us a line professionally or just drop us a line to say hi, our email is InBetween2Beards@gmail.com. And I think until next video,
vape on.
Vape on.